Internet, and welcome back to a different type of video. Today, I'm going to be doing a movie review of probably my newest favorite Halloween modern day iconic horror classic slasher. Goes by the name Art the Clown from the IP movie franchise Terrifier. More specifically, Terrifier 3. But before this review gets underway, we must change wardrobe. I want to review Terrifier 3, a movie that has recently came out in the movie theaters. That I saw not once, not twice, but 3 times. It's like the 3 Killing Jokes. But what I love about Terrifier 3 so much is the fact that Damien Leon has not only single-handedly crafted a new iconic modern day classic horror slasher villain in Art the Clown, but not only that, but Damien Leon has made the new Christmas Story classic. And when I mean Christmas Story classic, I'm not meaning that as a joke, like myself, but I mean that towards Terrifier 3 is absolutely 100%, without a doubt, an absolute banger of a Christmas movie. It's such a good Christmas movie, you're gonna forget that it's a Christmas movie by the end of the movie. And what I mean by that is, if you think Terrifier 2 was bloody, if you think Terrifier 1 was bloody, oh man, I hope and I pray that you have a not weak stomach. Because when viewing Terrifier 3, the first 5 minutes of the movie, maybe the first 10, but the first 5 minutes of this movie opens up with Art the Clown dressed as Santa Claus going inside of a house on Christmas Eve night and straight up slaughtering this entire family that consists of a son, a daughter, and the mom and dad. The daughter is the only person that remains alive through the slaughter scene. But yeah, this psychopathic clown breaks inside of a house and just goes on a bloody massacre. It's a great death scene. It's a great kill scene. It's a great opening for this not anymore indie horror trilogy. And when I say that, it's they went big budget. They're playing with the big leagues. 25,000 gallons worth of fake blood. 25,000 gallons. Just imagine that. 25,000. That's a lot of blood. Even if it's filled with corn syrup and cornstarch. That's still a lot of blood. But, besides that, the movie does eventually go back in time, explain some stuff that happens with Terrifier 2, leading on to Terrifier 3. We get a lot of awesome death scenes in the montage of going backwards. One of my favorite death scenes in this entire movie, it comes very early on, and it's in the form of Chris Jericho. If you don't know who Chris Jericho is, break the walls down! Break down the walls! Okay, I'm sorry. Or The List. Or better yet, Judas in my mind. I become man. The Judas in my mind. This movie review is so unhinged. Chris Jericho stars in this film very briefly, and his death scene is amazing. His face gets absolutely torn and ripped off. It's so amazing that they had to sculpt his head using 3D scanning technology because it was that gruesomely bloody. But enough of the spoilers, because it's gonna be, if I keep on going, it's gonna be like a 20-minute long review of me gushing of why I love Terrifier 3 so much. Honestly, should have went in with a script. But yeah, no, Damien Leon does an amazing casting job with the Terrifier franchise. In Terrifier 2, he introduced Sierra and Jonathan and that entire plot and arc that is going to continue to show up through the Terrifier franchise. The sword, the dad, all that kind of stuff. It all shows back up in Terrifier 3, and they go harder, they go longer, they add more juicy details in with all the main characters that they introduced in the second Terrifier. Now, second Terrifier, some people say that it was 20 minutes too long. I think it was 20 minutes too perfect. But Damien Leon obviously heard the negative side effects of 20 minutes too long, and he made it a crisp 2 hours long. But even though Terrifier 3 backtracks on the movie length, it doesn't hold back. It adds 10 times more bloody kills. The mall scene, the entirety of the mall shopping scene, it's absolutely, without a doubt, extravaganza of holy WTF, what did I just watch? That mall scene, this movie is unrated and unrestricted for a reason. Top notch. Another one of my favorite kills that is extremely gruesome and extremely bloody. It happens around towards the end of the movie in a bathroom scene. That bathroom scene, probably the most gruesomest horror kill scene, like right now. It definitely beats the hanging girl scene in Terrifier 1. The bathroom death scene, that it is top notch. It's off the rails. It's unhinged. It's all the bombastic metaphors you want to give it. It's incredibly gruesome, and it's a work of art. This entire movie is a work of art. Now, David Howard Thornton, I hope I got your name right. He's amazing at playing Art the Clown. He's so amazing that every facial expression that this man does is comedic gold. Any scene you place David Howard Thornton in as Art the Clown, it's absolutely gold. Like his facial expressions, his mannerisms, his silent mime, Mimi-like trying on glasses, his way he tortures and plays with the victims, the bag of tools, the bag of utility, like instead of having a utility belt, just a giant sack of tools, which is ironically because the giant sack of tools that he has in all three of the movies, it plays perfectly for cosplaying as Santa's sack of elves. It's so perfect that This man was made to be Santa Claus. And that's the funny part of it. I don't think Damien Leon expected to make a Christmas movie for the third film when he was making Terrifier 1, but every aspect of Art the Clown, even going back to its original appearance, not even played by David Howard Thornton in 2013's indie classic All Hallows Eve, where during that movie you saw snippets and clips of the origin of Art's personality through 3 short films that Damien Leon was making at the time. And ironically, before All Hallows Eve came out, he was making those short films for a website called www.youtube.com. I don't know if any of you guys ever heard of that website, but it's a phenomenal place. But yeah, going back to Terrifier 3, it's absolutely gruesome. It's amazing. It introduces more main characters inside of the Art and Sierra storyline that is still going on from Terrifier 2. It shows how other main characters from Terrifier 2 is advancing in life and going further and trying to, recover from the traumatic events that happened inside of Miles County about 7 years ago. And let's just say both main characters of Terrifier 2, the surviving main characters of the brave heroine of Sierra and Sierra Saw, and then you have Jonathan Saw, Sierra's younger, Serena Saw. You have Jonathan Saw, Serena's younger brother. The 2 surviving outcomes of Terrifier 2, they are traumatically traumatized throughout Terrifier 3, to the point that they both start, I wouldn't say overdosing, but they take some prescription pills very, very heavily, to the point that those pills, they cause them to freak out. But yeah, I'm going off tangent. I sort of definitely came in with the script. I'm just saying, I absolutely loved Terrifier 3. All 25,000 gallons of fake blood within the kills, within the haunting music, the atmosphere, the grotesque imagery, the overall just chills and slight uncomfort that you get from watching this movie. Now, I'm not gonna lie, my first time viewing this movie, I chickened out with 2 death scenes. I watched the entire movie. I never left the theater, but over my next viewings of the movie, the 2 viewings that I saw recently, I was fine. I didn't chicken out. Didn't do nothing. Heck, during those death scenes that I quote chickened out in, I was applauding and clapping and cheering the entire time watching the movie over and over again. Honestly, this movie was well worth every penny I threw at it. And not gonna lie, this is the last time, well, I guess the most recent time, I fell in love with the movie so much that I saw it in the theaters back-to-back weekends. And the last time I did this was with 2017's movie release of Captain America Civil War. I saw Captain America Civil War not once, not twice, but 4 times in the theater. I absolutely loved Civil War. But this movie review is not about Civil War. This movie review is about a clown named Art. By the way, also another thing I loved about this movie is the musical collaboration that the band Ice Nine Kills did with this movie. They released a song called A Work of Art that gets featured in the movie. And It's great. It's top-notch, top 10 material. It's literally a work of art. But yeah, in all, I absolutely love this movie. I think Damien Leon has not captured, but he has perfectly portrayed and created a modern day, unique, horror, classic, iconic villain in the form of Art the Clown. I recently rewatched Terrifier 1 2 nights ago for my 4th time. This is my 4th time watching Terrifier 1. Absolutely loved it. Absolutely loved it. I only saw Terrifier 2 about 2 times, and I saw Terrifier 3 obviously 3 times. I cannot wait for Terrifier 4. I want to see more of David Howard Thornton as Art the Clown, and all in all, I just want to see more of this movie because it's a fantastic movie. It's more than fantastic. It's no alcohol required. It's awesome-tacular. It's awesome blossom. I don't even own the words awesome-tacular, but yeah, no alcohol required. Honestly, I would rate Terrifier 3 9 out of 10. It was a fantastic, honestly, take that back, 10 out of 10. Terrifier 3 is a Christmas miracle. It's a iconic Christmas classic. It's a twist on old horror concepts, but mixed in with new horror concepts and mixed in with other holidays. And I mean, if we could go down the other holiday route with the sequels of Terrifier 3, maybe we get Easter. Art the Easter Bunny. But yeah, 10 out of 10, perfect movie. Just like, this review was all over the place, just like Art's brain. So, have a joking of a good time? Huh?